Wow, that's an afternoon clap. How you all doing? Siri set a timer for 22 minutes. No, that didn't work. All right, somebody give me a shout. How are we all doing? Everybody okay? Everybody awake? Right, we're going to go on a journey of imagination. Okay, you can see this. I want you to imagine these are the best slides you've ever seen in your life. All right? When you tweet about this, the content was rubbish, but oh my God, the slides were designed great. I'm Dom Hodgson. This is me. You can't see that. I am the CTO of Kaboo and Little Warden. And we're going to talk a little bit about the SEO space, all the software in the SEO space. If you're wondering what this is to do with PPC, so am I. But we're going to talk about other stuff. So there's loads of software tools in the SEO space. And I spoke previously about launching into the SEO space and just how crowded market is. But today we're going to talk a little bit about competing. This space is so big, it's not about competing with someone who's directly in the market with you. It's about competing about any of them. Because teams only have a small budget, and even more importantly, they only have a small attention span. What you're trying to do is get in that team. And some of our friends, this is Deep Crawl. Deep Crawl raised $1.7 million last year. SEMrush raised $40 million last year. Spotify raised $20 million. And sometimes when you're a small startup, it feels like everybody else is like SpaceX, has got like all these massive teams and all this technology, and you and a small team are basically that thing in Asda where it just shoots up. So if we can't outspend our competitors, what can we do? And yes, I do have $4 billion with my face on it, because why wouldn't you? That is funnier when you can see the slides. So the aim of all my products is I want to build a product that customers want to use and they want to talk about, right? Is that a reasonable thing to build? But the reality of my products is that my tools tell people that they're fucked up. Nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to use a tool which tells you you've fucked up, you've done something wrong. Nobody wants to tweet about that. So the other reality is that people talk about companies that have wowed them or that have pissed them off. So we look at the core strengths of having a small company. We have great products, great support, small team, if I do say so myself. We adapt quickly, but the most important factor we have is we have a cute child who loves to have a photo taken. And so we use that quite a lot within all our marketing. The weaknesses, of course, is you've got a small team, a small wallet, and we've got limited time. We can only adapt to certain things very, very, very smallly before the big players like SEMrush go in and do our market. So the big question we ask ourselves, can we make our customers as happy as my daughter is eating a donut? What do you think? The answer is clearly no. Right? Look at you. I mean, you can't see that face, but when you download the slide, she is loving that donut more than life itself. She loves that donut more than me. Right? So can we wow and surprise our customers? And I think maybe. So let's have a look at what our competitors are doing in the space. So some of them send happy birthday hampers full of alcohol and chocolates to people. Some of them fly the customers to a retreat for a week. Some of them give away free beer at conferences. And some of them give away awesome hoodies that I don't get, but everybody wants. Yeah. I mean, wow. That is brilliant. I would love to have that money to do that. But you can't see that, but that is literally me emptying my piggy bank, and I've got nothing. So if we can't afford to wow them, then what can we do? That transition works so much better when you can see it, but just pretend you did. Can we delight them? I think we can delight them, but what does delight mean? So Siri, what does delight mean? I did program it up with the voice, but forget it. So to delight means to please someone greatly. Now that sounds a lot cheaper than wowing, doesn't it? It sounds like we can do it. So how do we delight customers? Well, within our company we have 4 keys. Be human, be honest, be memorable, and be funny. And we try to make sure that everything that we do as a company encompasses as many things as them. So to be human, we have live chat for sales and support. Every page of our website has a little icon with my face on it, and when you click it, you will generally get me unless I'm asleep. But live chat's active now, and the last time I did a talk about this, people went on the website and did it, so let's not do it now. But even when I'm in the queue at Tesco, I will answer a live chat support. I will say, I'm in the queue at Tesco. Can I answer this when I get back to the computer? But our customers know that if they've got an issue, we want to sort it as quickly as possible, and we'll be there. We say hello. So when you sign up to our product, you get given a welcome page which says, welcome to the family, we're delighted. But we also send you a video, and that's me, my wife, and my daughter on the sofa, and I say, we've got a new customer, and my daughter goes, yay! And people love that. It's absolutely brilliant. We get so many comments about that. What I've not been allowed to do yet is when somebody cancels, I have a picture of my daughter crying, which is what I really want to do. But not yet. We go where the customers are. So we looked at what they're using within their workflow. So we started off, first of all, Search Console. Every agency almost in the UK uses Search Console. Yes, yeah, it's called Search Console, yeah. And that downloads all the websites. We make it easy for them. Slack, who in here uses Slack? Yeah, I was expecting more of you. All right, that's that feature gone then, forget it. So we started off by just pushing notifications to Slack, and that got used more and more. So we decided that, hang on, if all the teams are hanging out in Slack all day, why not build the interface into Slack? So we built a bot where you can talk to the application within Slack and manage it all, reducing friction as much as possible. Which leads us to the latest feature that we had, which was sort of like getting rid of all our assumptions. Whenever I try and build a product, I look at what an agency uses spreadsheets for and goes, well, that's stupid, and I'll build something else. Every agency has a spreadsheet with VLOOKUPs and pivot tables and macros, and you put in 3 bits and you press a button and it goes off and does stuff, and there's one employee that's been there 3 years who made it, and if he ever quits, we're fucked. That is basically every single agency, all right? And my job is to basically make that not happen. But spreadsheets are really useful. Spreadsheets they don't require any training. You just look at that and you can instantly get what's going on. So we embraced the spreadsheet and we built our interface into Google Sheets. So you can control our entire interface through Google Sheets. We say thank you. So we've had many talks today mention the product, and every one of them that we find out about, we'll send them a message and just say thank you, we appreciate it. Every time somebody retweets one of the stupid things we do, we say thank you. And we let people know that we're not this big mega corporation. When you give us a tweet, when you mention us on stage, it really does make a difference, and it really makes us feel good. And the most important thing I think for me is that the product genuinely affects me. It is a part of our lives. So whenever we get a sign up, I genuinely feel joy. I feel giddy. I'm like, yes, how can I make this person feel better? What can I do? What's their need? Whenever we get a sign up, it genuinely upsets me. And I'm like, what have we done? I take it personally. I shouldn't take it personally, but I do. I'm like, how could we have done better for that customer? And I want to find out everything about their journey. When our website goes down, it almost causes me like physical pain because I just want to get it up and running and do it. And my wife's sat there and she will get the brunt of it if I'm like, I don't know what to do and I get stressed out. So I feel for her. She deserves a lot more than she does. But when we have a bug, we try and fix it because we use the product as well, which takes us on to being honest. Last year we had a mistake. We had a database migration that messed up. And it affected about 3 customers, and they lost 6 hours worth of the work that they'd done. Now, we could have got away with just emailing those 6 customers. To be honest, we could have got away with not telling anybody. But instead, we emailed every single customer and just said, look, we're really sorry. This is what happened. This is the mistake we made. This is what we've done to rectify it. It won't happen again. We emailed that to everybody. We got a load of replies from customers saying, that's, no problem. These things happen. Thanks for letting us know. The biggest complaint we get was I did a swear word in the subject, and some people didn't like that. I can't control that. We're going to be honest about competitors. When somebody comes up to us on our live chat and says, how are you compared to this? How are you compared to that? What have you got against this? I want to do that. We'll be honest. We have turned away many, many customers because what they want is not what we do. If they're looking for a crawler, if they're looking for that, we'll send them to Sitebulb. We'll send them to Screaming Frog. I've just seen Patrick at the back there, so I've got to mention Sitebulb. We'll send them to Screaming Frog. We'll send them to the product which they think is right. And that has helped us because I would rather have a customer that actually wants our product and that is the best customer for us than somebody who's just using it because it might work and that is shoehorned in. That's helped us in the long run because those customers then trust us. So when they have our need, they've come back or they've recommended us to other people. Being honest with ourselves, we actually go through our sign-up process as a new user as regularly as we can. We go through and we sign up. We use rail payment methods to make sure all that works, and sometimes we forget, and I've got like 12 little ordering accounts at the moment that bill me every month. And we go through and we say, right, is that what a new user should see? Is that what, what am I expected to do here? How is that onboarding process? And it really is like, it's hard to do for your own product because you're so invested in it, and you think this is the way to do it. But putting your mind into the new user is a really good way of going, well, that's not as nice as it should be. Grandfathered pricing, that's my granddad. Everybody that signs up, doesn't matter how many new features we add, how many times that we've upped the price, and we do up the price because you need to, you pay the price that you've paid. We've not once added on to the price of anybody that's signed up. Even on the first day, we had customers that signed up and we messed up the billing, so they paid like £4 for an account. It was our mistake, and they're still paying that 2 years later. And that goes a long way. There's a load of people that do add on to it and then say, like Dropbox recently, hey, we've added some new features, so we're charging you some more. That's caused a load of people to cancel. Doesn't build up goodwill. So about being memorable. I said earlier about some companies sending away hampers and gift baskets and everything like that. I don't have the budget for that. Our product's £24 a month. If I sent you a gift basket, I would have to wait for you to be two months as a customer before I get that back. But what we do is we send a birthday card. When you've been a customer for a year, we send you a birthday card with a little gift in it, and it's a laptop webcam cover. Don't get too excited. But we send you a birthday card that we've hand printed and we've hand signed. And if you think sending a hamper to someone is hard, try getting a 3-year-old to sign 20 birthday cards, right? Because my daughter signs it as well because she's part of the company. And these get a really good reaction from people because it's just a nice thing. It delights them. So conference stands. You've seen some amazing conference stands here, but they cost a lot of money. Does anybody know that? So we went to PubCon Las Vegas. We've been a few times, and people there, somebody hired a wrestler from WWE, I don't know. Someone got like a Bugatti, an expensive car, I can't say it, and they got it in, and people could sit in and say, I don't have the money for that. But what we did was, I don't know if you can see it here, we got like a spinning wheel. It was like $40, and we went to the dollar store, and then we went and got a load of dollar chips, and we put them all in a bag, and if you span it, and you span the right one, oh, you can see it now. Let's start again now. If you span the wheel and you got the right one, you could get something out of the bag of crap. And we called it a bag of crap. And we just said, you know what? Everybody in Vegas is doing these really pretentious things. Let's just say you put that wheel in, get something out of the bag of crap. We had a line of 20 people wanting to put their hand in our bag of crap. The next year, we decided, oh, by the way, the next year, we went, 4 other stands had spinny wheels. No bags of crap, though. They didn't learn. The year after, we decided we're in Vegas. Let's do something gambling related. So we went to Walmart. We got a $40 poker table. We got some cheap poker chips made. We got a makeup box, and we filled it with dollar notes. And we ran a blackjack tournament for that day. So we got a whiteboard. You give us a business card. You get some chips, and then you could bank your chips and come back all day. All day we had activity on our stand. We had people walking up and down. All that all in probably cost us less than $500. I mean, that looks really, really impressive there, but there's like $90 worth of dollar notes in. Also, I lost the key, so when the person won it, they had to break into it. That was awkward. This year, we changed our strategy again, and we stopped doing stuff like that. We just decided to basically rip off what they do in Tesco, whereas they give you a little token and you give it to thing. So if you give us a business card now, you can put it in and we'll donate $5 to charity. That worked out really, really well. Not quite as well as the bag of crap, but you know what? I feel like we're doing good. And as the SEO industry, as the digital marketing industry, so all of our emails and all of our systems are controlled by Robot Dom. Not Real Dom. Real Dom's busy doing stuff. Sorry. Getting old. Not real Dom. Real Dom's busy. So Robot Dom controls all the social media. And it's really great because Robot Dom is a sarcastic arsehole and gets away with a lot more. Robot Dom even argues with me, and this is a really funny slide, if you can see it. So let's just say it's the funniest one you've ever seen. So I will tweet something, Robot Dom will reply, and I'll reply to that. And people will retweet it and laugh. I'm like, it's just me, talking to me. I'm on 2 tabs. But you know what? It works because it's funny. we do fun events on a budget. So, anybody heard of the Penguin Awards that's not in that corner over there? Okay, so the Penguin Awards. So you've all heard of Search Marketing Awards, the Digital Marketing Awards. Last year, I decided I was a little bit bored with all of them, so I decided to basically do my own. £10 to enter with categories such as Worst Beard, Best Office Pet. This year, we've got Old Search Personality of the Year award, because I'm sick of the under-25s winning Young Search Personality of the Year. All the money goes to charity completely. All the sponsorship, all the entry fees, and instead of being judged by, personalities in the industry, my mum judges it, and she genuinely thinks I work for Google. So, honestly, last year I had to explain to her how to pronounce Hereflang, and it took 20 minutes. So, if you'd like to get involved, it's really, really fun. PenguinAwards.com. We also do something called K-Talk, which is at PubCon in Las Vegas. A load of people do fancy parties with cocktails and all that, and I don't have the money for that. So we took everybody to Circus, which is a load of fairground games, and we gave them a load of tokens, and we're like, let's just have fun. And we bought some cheap trophies and a mustache. And throughout the day, if you were winning the games, you had to wear the mustache of glory. And then at the end of the day, we gave away some trophies. That probably cost us less than $800 for the entire day. But we had a lot more fun than being in a cocktail thing that probably cost 20 grand. I broke it. Unusual campaigns. We don't have the budget to run big, we don't have the money to spend on stuff. So last year I did a campaign which was $50 on Fiverr, where I outsourced my entire digital marketing for Little Warden for $50 in $5 chunks on Fiverr. It didn't go well, I'm going to be honest. It was not the best money I've spent, but we blogged about the entire process. And we're going to do something similar this year, and it works. April Fools, we don't really do April Fools because everybody does it these days, and it's a little bit, but about 8 years ago we did. My favorite one was because rel equals no follow, everybody was talking about it. So we launched rel equals counts twice, which is basically the opposite. It's like a link that you really, really trust. And we had a fake quote from Matt Cutts in there, which tells you how long it is, because a lot of people don't know who he is anymore. And I've changed that slide since. So does it work? Is that what that's supposed to say? But you can't see it anyway. Does it matter? Does it affect it? Is it worth doing all this? And who cares? Why would you not want to do this stuff? Why would you not want to delight your customers? Who gives a shit about the ROI? You want to make your customers happy. You want to make people happy. You want to make them go, oh, that's nice. If you can't afford to wow, that's all it is. Thank you very much. I've been Dom Hodgson.